Hello, hello folks, how's it going? I hope all is well. Tonight we are back with more Dragon Age Origins. We have returned, and I have to untangle myself. I had to go up and down the stairs a couple times, so I'm a little winded. Hey, thank you for the hydration check and the first and the posture check. Many thanks, many thanks. How you doing tonight, Ron? Take a sip. I'm out of shape. That I was winded by going up and down the stairs twice. Anyway. We should be good to go. I can turn my gain down a little bit, I think. Worm? Oh my gosh, worm! Oh, worm! Oh my gosh. Little worm. Lake Mojave, nice. Very good worm, very good worm. Alright, what? Okay, is this gonna work the way it's supposed to be? Is this gonna work? I hear it, but I can't see it. This is also being, like, really slow. I'm nervous. Let me put... Here. What might be going on? There we go. So let me see here. I had my controller out because I was actually playing Mass Effect Andromeda. So it sounds... I forget that the main menu sounds quieter than the actual game. So let's see here. Oh, we had just gotten Sten, that's right, because we looked over there, and then the game crashed. That's right. Can I talk to you?
Why are we stopping?
Hello. Let me listen to this. Yeah, okay, it sounds better. Okay, I think we're good to go. We're working together. I think I should get to know you.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Are you alright? You were in that cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
I've never seen a Qunari before. Tell me about your people.
No.
Please.
People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of, the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at poverty.
A little hostile, aren't we?
Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding.
That's a fair point. So this is you being calm and helpful?
Couldn't you tell?
You said you were in the army.
I am.
Well, what made you decide to become a soldier?
Decide. I am a Sten of the Beresad. I did not choose to be who I am any more than you did.
Why would the Qunari send soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Qunari. We are how my people know the world.
Doesn't that make your view of things a little skewed? Interesting. I wouldn't have thought to... I guess I'll click it, but I'm just curious about this one.
Compared to what?
Well, good question. You might learn more about people if you weren't hostile. You only learn about people you conquer? I guess, okay, so that requires a little background information. So I guess the Qunari are... Their main reputation, especially in, like, Ferelden, where they don't deal with them very often, is that the Qunari are they're conquerors. They come in and they take over anything and everything. And to be fair, the Qunari talk about coming in and conquering everything and taking everything over. So that's why they're fighting the Tevinter Imperium, because I think Tevinter is like the closest to the Qunari homeland, which is an island. I don't remember what it's called on the top of my head. I'm a fake fan, hashtag. Anyway, so that's why one of the options is you only learn about people you conquer, or you might learn more if you weren't hostile. So anyway, for sillies, I'm just gonna say, well, good question.
What does anyone truly know of the world? The world changes. We change. The Antam observe what we can, just as you do. There is no point to this. We are keeping the Darkspawn waiting.
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry, where I would say duty.
It's not your duty to handle the blight, though.
No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead.
We should keep moving.
As you wish.
We did get +4 approval from him for that, though. I'm gonna save that. So I will say right now that Sten is a lot goofier than he lets on. He likes the snarky kind of, like, humor. We're gonna come over here. Wait a second, we wanted Liliana for this. So let me grab her real quick.
Indeed.
Okay, we're gonna have her unlock this. Okay. Hello.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Attack, he says. Oh, if you have to move, it cancels it. Good to know. Oh, he needs some help. Oh, Stan. Oh, Stan. Yes, I'll get some of these guys. Jeez, I am... Wow. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Okay, my dude. Oh my gosh, he like drew all of the attention. Okay, Liliana also needs help. If you will stay up just a little longer, I can help you. Okay, now they're doing okay. Fire crystal, thank you. Hey Ron, hey Billy. That hurt. But once again, my superior healing skills kept everyone alive. What are Liliana's tactics? Hold on, how do we see tactics? Is it? It's not inventory, is it? Journal tactics. Okay. Liliana. Self any? Wow, you could really get like in here. Okay. Interesting. Status, rooted, slowed, grabbing? I don't know. Ally. No, let me see. Enemy. Clustered, near visible, attacking party member. Attacking party member. Attacking main character. Right? It's like enemy attacking main character. Oh, I see what I've done. Okay, clear. It was self any, and then this one is attacking main character. What action? Switch to ranged. Rapid shot. Yeah, save that. Oh, you can do like any of. Oh. Enemy attacking main character. Okay, enemy target using melee or ranged. Target using attack type. If they're using melee. Target using melee. Switch to melee. Activate Song of Valor. I also got attack. Oh, I see. Yeah, jump to tactic? No. Use item. Acid flask, and then attack. So, attacking main character. Pure default. Oh, I see. Oh. see now. That's not a sequence of events. It's okay. So attacking main character. Okay, attack. Target using melee. Switch to melee. Enemy. Rank. Critter. Oh my gosh. Target at range. Using attack type. Any enemy. Attack. Well. Ally health. Is equal to 50. Activate mode. Deactivate mode. Usability. Okay. No. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so this is a fun system. Yeah. To be completely honest, I've never messed with this before. Hero. Self. Health. Health at 50%. Use least powerful poultice. I guess. Wish you could do middle. We'll say health at 75. Yeah, target using melee, switch to melee. Attacking main character, attack. Self any, I guess that's fine. So hang on, let's do this instead. Target using ranged. Or enemy. Target at range between medium and long. Switch to ranged weapons. And then use... Ooh. Use pinning shot. I guess... Strange. Alright, we'll see how this goes. P-Pez. Yeah, self... Yeah, okay. Okay. Oh, self any... Okay, so this can... Activate mode, Song of Valor. Yeah, okay, I think that's what she had before. Alright. Yeah, okay. Target condition. He already has self any. So if the enemy, lowest health, attack them. Yeah, okay. Interesting. We'll try this out. I'm gonna save that as well. Because these guys are probably dangerous. Where? I see. He. There we go. Oh my gosh, Den. Oh my gosh, Den. Oh my gosh, Den. Wow, he's not going to make it. They keep attacking him. Oh, sorry, buddy. I got too late. Stairs. I got you, bud. Just gonna do this because they're gonna be headed over there pretty soon. There you go. So he's gonna be boosted. There you go. That's what I wanted. Alright. That was a short-term boost, I guess. Oh, buddy. Why do you keep...
That was a most difficult battle.
Yeah, why do they keep getting you so bad? Can I, like, look at you for a second? So let's do this then. We're gonna do self, health. We'll do the same thing for you that I did for Liliana. Do that so he has some chance of saving himself. What kind of injury did you get from that? Torn jugular, penalty to constitution. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and use that. Because otherwise he's gonna be sitting at like lower health for a while. If I do that. Anyway.
It is
Boink.
begun.
Okay. That bandit has something I want. Leather helmet. Oh yeah, we should probably put more stuff on him, huh? I don't need... I need this one. Okay, he's got the greatsword, which is cool and all. Give him a helmet. Nope, that's good. You're alright. Nope, that's even worse. He doesn't need this. He's already got that. Okay, so we're pretty much like good as we're getting. Nope. What about you? Nope, what you've got is better. Nope, don't need that for you. Okay. What about you? No. No. Wow, what do you... Oh, technically that's Liliana's gear, but I'm bringing him around a lot, so I'm going to keep it on him. Okay, we're doing this, because I think that shield's better. Yes, it is. Okay. Okay. So that's like... Okay, we're good. Landmark... Oh! The landmark tree! Okay, hold on. So I need...
Of all the...
So there's a...
Shall be done.
Oh, 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 oh. Hup.
It is begun.
Okay, how's the healing doing? Healing is okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, stun. Why does this keep happening? Buddy. Buddy! Why did they keep going after you? Oh no! Durgan, Durgan, Durgan! Jeez! Jeez, that was cool. What is it with you that they just want to keep killing you, dude? He's the lowest, so I'll give it to him.
It shall be done.
There's another dude.
Enough, as you say.
It's just a one-on-one here. Oh, thanks. You wait for me to heal you and then... Okay.
I shall do.
What a waste.
Now we do battle.
Thank you, Alistair. Wow, hold up. Huh. You killed 2 bandit groups, 1 group remains. That dude had a lot of stuff. Did you see that? Is that better? Yeah, it's better. Yeah, hang on. Let me look at Alistair. I want you to have that instead. I want you to have that instead. That Alistair still has, like, the provocateur armor is still better. Let me see. You can have that. You may live a little longer than 10 seconds with this. You have equipped heavy or massive armor. While these grades of armor offer excellent protection, be aware that they reduce the character's attack speed with bows and crossbows, although the Master Archer talent eliminates this penalty for the heavy class of armors. Weighty armor also tends to cause more fatigue, which is a percentage increase in the mana or stamina cost to activate a spell or talent. Indeed it is. Yeah, that's the trade-off. But again, I say, he may live longer than 10 seconds if I keep him this. Hey, you're not wearing gloves? How long has that been a thing? Wait, hold on. Do I have, like, gloves you can use? Okay, I need to give her gloves. Hey, Liliana, by any chance?
Indeed.
Do you have gloves that I can steal from you? No?
Blood and damnation.
Morrigan? No way. She can't even use these gloves. I guess this is fine. Oh no, I needed Dorgan for the tree, that's right. Wow, I need to boost her strength.
I
Oh,
shall do it.
I see, I need Leliana anyway. Hold up, hold up, hold up.
Indeed. What now?
Actually, what I'm gonna do... Well, I want to see if he's got the survivability. Oh, I need to... Hold on.
Of all the...
Yeah, I know, I know. We'll get you back in a second. We have a landmark tree to take care of. I like that they get upset when you put them back, though. It is funny. Your hound seems particularly interested in this landmark. Mabari dominance is now active. Mabari hounds are descended from pack hunters, and like their ancestors, they are highly influenced by a defined order of dominance. The primary method of determining that order is by claiming territory through scent marking major landmarks. Once established, the dominant Mabari gains a substantial increase in confidence and stature within his territory, a trait that indirectly benefits masters as well as hounds. So now, I'm gonna put him back and grab her again. I don't know exactly what Mabari dominance is, but it's supposed to be a boost, so that's fine. When I pull him back out again.
As you say.
I'm just gonna do this.
Thanks be wary. For the fool's sake. Now we do
Okay,
battle.
now we watch how well Sten survives. So far, so good. Oh, oh no. Oh, he's... Ouch. Oh no. I don't understand why he dies so much. Give it to him, please. Just give him some heroic defense. He needs it.
Quickly, we must fight. Now.
Okay, Sten. Oh, that's bad. Help me. That's bad.
Now we do battle. Don't give them the advantage. Make him brave.
They really wait till the last second to heal themselves, huh?
I shall do it.
So I may not want that on them.
It is begun.
You have just qualified for a specialization, a customized form of a character's base class. Each offers a unique set of advanced talents and benefits. Characters may have up to 2, with the first becoming available at 7 and the second at 14. But first, you'll need to find a trainer. Okay, I see. So I can just, like... The only one we have yet to do is blood magic. But let me... I know where to get that, but I'm not doing blood magic. Because blood magic is like, 1, story-wise, is like the boogeyman, and 2, it's a riskier way to play, so you're using your health to boost your damage and things like that. So high risk, high reward gameplay is what blood mage is, and I'm not good at that, so I don't tend to do it. But now we can read these. So shapeshifter, I already know what I want, but I want to read it anyway. We got specialization bonus +2, +2 constitution and 1 armor. Rumors speak of barbarians that hold the secrets of transforming the body into the form of animals. The Circle of Magi denies such rumors, but this rare art survives in the forgotten corners of Thedas. Mastery of their bodies allows shapeshifters some protection, even in human form, making them durable opponents and staunch allies. So this is your druid, essentially. Spirit Healer, that's the one I want. That's +2 magic and minor combat health regen. Very nice, I didn't know that. Not all entities of the Fade are demonic. Many are benevolent entities consisting of life energy, which can be called upon to mend flesh and heal disease. Spirit healers focus on channeling the energies granted by these spirits, making them indispensable members of a party of adventurers. We have Arcane Warrior, which is +1 dex and +5 attack. Among the ancient elves, there were mages who trained their magical arts to augment their martial prowess. They channeled magical power through their weapons and bodies, becoming terrors on the battlefield. Most consider these skills lost forever, but they may still linger in forgotten corners of the world. Arcane warriors may learn to use their magic score to satisfy the strength requirement to equip higher level weapons and armor. So this... I think this will be my second specialization later on. I want to focus on Spirit Healer first, just because we're squishy itty bitty. But Arcane Warrior is very fun. And then last we have Blood Mage. +2 Constitution and +2 Spell Power. Good thing we get a little boost to Constitution because, again, you use your blood, so that hurts you. Every mage can feel the dark lure of blood magic. Originally learned from demons, these dark rites tap into the power of blood, converting life into mana and giving the mage command over the minds of others. Such power comes with a price, though. A blood mage must sacrifice their own health or the health of allies to fuel these abilities. Exactly what I was saying. So now, let's bump up the strength to 11 so I can use some of this stuff, and then I can steal the armor from Morrigan. And then I want to boost you and you. Well, maybe not you. I think 28 is one that we have to... Yeah, here's Spirit Healer. Group Heal. The caster bathes allies in benevolent energy, instantly healing them a moderate amount. And then we have Revival. So that one will be great. Need to be level 8, but as soon as I level up, I'll have access to that and I'll grab it. Level 12. Wow, we actually have enough magic to, like, do this. It looks like the highest we would need for some of this stuff is 34. This is 28. That's 30. That's 33. That's 33. So it looks like the max we're looking for is 33. So once we hit 33, I won't boost it anymore. I can start doing other stuff. Anyway, this one's Life Ward. It casts a protective ward on an ally that automatically restores health when the ally falls close to death. Also very nice. And then Cleansing Aura. While this mode is active, waves of healing and cleansing energy emanate from the caster, restoring health to all nearby allies every few seconds and curing the injuries of allies very close to the caster. Look how nice this is! Look how nice this is! Oh, this is gonna be great. So I think my primary focus will be on Spirit Healer. And then after that's all said and done, I can do the other one. Oh, man. Oh! Hi.
It is begun.
Doink.
As you say.
Caught him right then and there. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. I know this dude's gonna be dying on me. Wait, don't do me. Hey, quit it. My glyph isn't gonna be active for a minute. Wow, Liliana. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ah, okay. I'm trying to move here. Sorry, Liliana. Okay, health-wise they're doing okay. Nice, good job.
Shall be done.
There she is. Oh, no wonder she died. She ran right in the middle of all of them. What do you do again? This one was active, and then I'm going to dissipate this one. Okay.
As you say.
I don't think there's anything out in this little, like, field here. Other than, obviously, a couple scarecrows and... Oh, elf root. What kind of injury did you get? Coughing blood. She'll actually be okay. That is not a major injury that we necessarily have to worry too much about. Now, if it was a penalty to Constitution, that would, yes, be a problem.
I shall do it. Allow me. I could do that for you.
Thank you. So let me look at our journal. Killed all the bandit groups north of Lothering. Alright, that's... Right. Or Blackstone regulars. Deliver... Pattergritch. We have to find Pattergritch. Okay. We can't go this way. We have to swing back around. Fine then. Okay. I guess we can go save Bodan Fennec again. Oh, there was rubble over there. Guess I missed that. Remember, we got it last time, but not this time. Wink. Small round shield. Oh, yes. While I'm here.
Blood and damnation.
Blank. Oh, I guess I can do this. Nah, we're gonna do this for now. Anyway, your gloves. Mine now. That is all. You can stay. Actually, hold on.
Vashaden.
Indeed.
We have 2 mages in the group. Maybe this will be okay? No, I don't know about this. I don't know.
Of all the...
We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Because this one was an Ufau Churdy, but I might be able to swing it like this.
Someone help us!
It is begun.
Got it.
Quickly, we must fight! Now we do battle!
Are you trying to hit me? No, you're not. Okay. Morrigan is not. Well, she's doing okay-ish. Not the worst. Alistair does need a little help, though. He is fighting the big boy, so. Get that guy. Get that guy. Okay. Looks like they're doing okay. Alistair's lowest, so I'll heal him. Okay. Good job. Alistair leveled up.
Mighty timely arrival.
That went a lot better than the first time. You're welcome.
The name's Bodan Fedek, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
You know. It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come along.
Complicated? Somehow I imagine that only says half of it. Thank you for the offer. There may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
He sounds a lot less afraid if you don't mention your wardens.
As you say.
Save, 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 save. Don't crash, please. Because this is where we crashed last time. A small carved statuette. A small carving of a robed woman. I don't know who that goes to. Just kind of have to guess.
I shall
Because
do it.
if it's something that it, like,
It is begun.
even if you technically give a gift to the wrong person, they'll still take it, and they just won't get as much of a boost. Strength. Okay, we'll do this. And then what do we do with you? Which one do I want more? That's extra strength. Hold on, we'll do previous. 25, does that give you access? Yes, it does. Yeah, we'll do that one. Got some strength in him. He pretty much does triple shield bash. The next one's being like more, I think it's like critical. I think it was critical damage if they hit. I think this chest is locked.
Damnation. What is it?
Oh, just arrows? Okay, I'll take it though. Since there's no consequences to me unlocking the chest with people standing right there. Hi, you weren't there before.
I don't like this place.
What can we do?
Okay, well she wasn't. Okay, suppose that's fine. Oh, we already got that. Hello.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Know of any well-paying work in Lothering?
Check the chanter's board by the chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about poison.
I have dabbled in such things.
I figured if I kept asking, I'd find someone. I'd pay good coin for some simple poison. Something to slow them beasties down or make them think twice.
I'll see what I can do.
Thanks. I might have some ingredients in stock. Don't really know what you need.
Show me what you got. We can sell some of this stuff. It should be an other. Yeah, like amethyst. Well, that's a gift. Gift, 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 gift. Lure. Na. We do have a lot of these. I should figure out what everyone needs before I go selling stuff. I can tell you the daggers can go. Same with this. Blightblood is staying though, because that's gonna be Alistair's, and that's gonna be Liliana's. You do have the Thorn of Dead Gods. But, I don't know. Also, why in the beginning of the game does... It's just a tier 2 weapon. It'll be outpaced quickly. Reduces hostility. The High Regard of Housedace seems like it would be better for a rogue, doesn't it? Extra cunning, melee crit chance, stamina regen, plus 50 stamina, and chance to avoid missile attacks. Amulet of Accord reduces hostility, so people will come out after me less. This seems like it'd be good for a mage, actually. I'll go ahead and pick it up. Poisonous Proposition. And then... I'll give you this, because I think that's probably better for you. That's just for Liliana, so we won't sell it. I'll have to save up for the caddis, but... yeah, we can leave that for now. Extra +6 defense. I guess... I don't know if we want armor or defense more. I think this should be fine, actually. I'm gonna stick with what I got. And I've got what I want to have, as far as that's concerned. What does this look like? Oh! I don't think I've seen this clothing before. Well, that's kind of fun. Here's your chantry robes that Liliana was in. There's this. Chastened robes, which I think... It's the character that we won't meet until the DLC, but she wears this. Meanwhile, where's my vestments? There we go. Kinda wish they weren't green. Wish we could change them. So, Alistair. Yep, we'll have him keep that. Yep. 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 Yeah, we're staying with what we got. Oh, the Templar shield is the same as Havard's Aegis, except that Havard's Aegis has better things. So that's fine. What does this look like on him? Oh, okay. Yeah, that looks... What does his look like? Oh. He gets a boob window too. Oh. I was wondering where we would find this one. Yeah, and then that's him with... Yeah, let's... Okay. So weapons. He's at 25 strength, so he's got to level up a few more times where he can use this. What do I have you using? I guess that's fine. Bolts and arrows. Okay, where are the fire arrows? The crossbows are really for like the warriors. Because you don't have to worry about your decks with that one so much. Okay. Okay, so the farmer Barlam wants to place poisonous traps about his farm to protect it from beasties and other trespassers. He's asked you to create a suitable poison for him. 3 flasks of venom should do the trick. Okay.
Any luck with that poison? Or you here to see my stock?
I have what you asked for.
Splendid! If those beasties come on my land, I hope it teaches them a lesson. Yeah. Enough gold to cover any of your expenses and then some. Hey!
75 silver, and that's not bad. Okay, so I've looked at these 3. I don't have armor for... Well, Caddis, I should say for him yet. So I guess I'll... Oh, I only need to put 1 person back. No, I need to put 2 back.
Blood and damnation. Indeed.
Oh, no, it's fine, it's fine. Look at your guys' stuff. Oh, I guess I should look at... I don't have that. I should have looked at Liliana for... She doesn't have 34 decks. There's no way she does. Okay, Sten. He's already got the best weapon I can give him. That's about as good as that's getting. I skipped over this, but you can tell. Oh, that's 38 strength. This is massive armor. And he is a 2-hander. He's a dual wielder. I see. I gave you that as well. That's fine. There's nothing else to give you on that front. Okay. Same with you. Nothing I can do there. I can give you a better helmet, technically. Can't use that. Nope. Nope. I could, but I'm not going to. And no. Okay. And then... Yeah, she's already got everything she needs. Okay. So I will...
still don't have food to sell.
That's okay, I'm selling my stuff. So we're keeping this stuff. Just not moving it at all. Selling all of this, because we don't need it. Scale mail, the 2 shields. Hold on a sec. Alright, pick. So yeah, we're keeping these. We don't need these. I just like having them around. I like playing dress up. So keeping, selling. And then I don't think we need anything else. Oh, I guess I made 1 extra. We're keeping all of this stuff. And this too. Like, okay, that's all. Okay. You know what? Can I buy the caddis now? I can buy 1 of them. +1 stamina regen in combat and 2 dexterity. Oh. I guess that's really not that exciting, is it? Because all it does is... It doesn't... Yeah. I would want this one more, but I don't really think that's worth it. Okay. In any case, we lowered our carry weight by a lot.
It shall be done.
I guess I was kind of hoping for more bonuses, but
fled the city yesterday.
oh,
Thinking of going myself.
Where to? They'll stop those darkspawn soon enough. Just you watch.
I like that it's glitching. Tavern music is still playing.
Were you really in that cage for 20 days?
It might have been closer to 30. I stopped counting after a while.
What did you do? I mean, 20 days is a long time to sit in one place and do nothing.
On good days, I posed riddles to the passers-by, offering them treasures in exchange for correct answers.
Really?
No.
Aw, too bad. That's got serious potential.
See what I mean by Sten is a lot goofier than he lets on? That's kind of what I mean. He's sarcastic and he does like making jokes. But he also plays very straight. It's like on the outside he plays the straight man, but on the inside he is the clown.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers.
Whoa, we got 3 sovereigns for that. Dang. When bears attack? We're fighting bears? Not the bears. I was like, the worst thing about Inquisition was the bears. That's not true. But bears are annoying early game. They are very dangerous. On behalf of Thed, the farmer, and his departed son, I inscribe this missive. As the Maker is my witness, I charge all those with knowledge of arms and armor to brave the dangers of the northern wood to find the family of bears that mauled and killed the boy Enith. For they are an abomination in the Maker's sight, and their hides would prove great comfort to the northern farms and solace for Thed's family. As chanter for Lothering, I do pledge a sum of 1 sovereign to whoever carries out this, the Maker's will. Exercise caution first and foremost, may his light bathe us all. And a last keepsake. A thanks to all villagers who have opened their barns and crofts to the refugees in these dark times. The chantry regularly hears praise from our visitors, and your virtuous deeds are mentioned in many prayers. Sadly, there is a lone boy in the village whose mother, Goodwife Sarah, is missing. As she has been missing for the better part of a week, as of this writing, she is presumed dead. May the Maker bless her passing. She was a lady of middle years with red hair and fond of a green cloak. If any traveler or resident comes across her in the wilds, please return her body or the effects on her remains. In later years, the boy will be thankful to have such keepsakes to remember his brave mother by. The office of the chanter will compensate this kindness with the sum of 50 silvers. May the Maker turn his gaze on us all. Okay. Chanter's board. Okay, you read on the Chanter's board about some blight-infested bears to the north of Lothering causing trouble for the villagers. The Chanter will pay 1 sovereign to anyone who manages to slay these bears. I feel like you should get more sovereigns for fighting bears, but anyway. Chanter is offering a small reward to anyone who's willing to venture out into the wilderness to find the remains of a missing woman, Sarah. Her personal effects may bring some small measure of comfort to her orphaned son. That was the boy that was standing here asking if we could help find his mom. So this is the person. So all we have to do is come this way. If memory serves, knowing full well it serves the Dark Lord, I think her remains are up here somewhere. I was wrong. But there's wolves over there. Those are not bears.
I shall do it.
Look at him sit. It's too bad they're... Oh my gosh, they're all coming. Okay, boost your defense. Boost your attack. So far, so good. Okay, these guys seem small fry then in comparison. We seem to be okay for now. Health is doing alright. So why are these guys here then? I thought we were fighting bears.
Victorious.
Victorious, she says. I need to put a warning on this whole series that yes, the dog does die, because, like, man, you fight so many wolves. Oh, that's why there were wolves. Because here's the boy's mom. She was beset upon by an entire pack of them. You found the body of the boy's mother and have recovered her keepsake. Yeah. Good wife, Sarah. Here's the bears. Okay.
I shall do it.
Love that they're just vibing here. Again, boost defense, boost attack. Not for me. No, Ah, this is gonna hurt. Oh, thank you, Morrigan.
Give them the advantage.
Okay. Bear. No beast is more beloved by Dirthaman, I think it's Dirthaman, than the bear. When the world... Man, okay then. When the world was new, Dirthaman gave one secret to each creature to keep. The foxes traded their secrets to Andruil for wings. The hares shouted theirs to the treetops. The birds sold theirs for gold and silver. Only the bears kept Dirthaman's gift, deep within their dens. They slept the months away in the company of their secrets and nothing else. When Dirthaman discovered what had been done with his gifts, he snatched the wings from the foxes, silenced the voices of the hares, and turned the birds into paupers. But the bears he honored for their steadfastness. Transcribed from a Dalish tale in 9-8 Dragon. Normally it is almost unheard of for bears to attack travelers. They are in fact so shy and so inactive during the day that most people never encounter a bear at all. However, should a bear be provoked, they are remarkably dangerous. The normally placid-seeming creatures become enraged and can strike massive blows with their paws, capable of knocking a man off his feet. Also, I should, like... Let me be clear here. So, like, in, like, Baldur's Gate, where you have the option to, like, walk up and talk to animals, Dragon Age does not let you do that. So if... unless it's a person, if you approach them, they're going to fight, and you have to fight back. There is no speak with animal in Dragon Age, unfortunately. That would be nice. Okay, so we've done both. Is there a reason you're standing in the middle like this?
Please.
No.
We came here to get away from the...
Indeed, I hear you. Oh, surprised they didn't have anything to say. Typically when you cross that bridge. Anyway.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Nice. Yep, I think that was all of the... I don't think we got any more now, and that's why he said that.
For a foundation built of stone, marble, or any precious metal is worthless if faith in the Maker is absent.
I have no heal... That's why you haven't been healing anymore. You guys ate them all. Can't believe they wasted all my poultices. Make a couple of these too. Regular health poultice, we needed distillation and improved herbalism. Okay. I think we've actually done everything we can here. I think that's everything. Fairly certain it is, because there's really not much you can do here. Did you just come out of the...
What happened to the king is so terrible. Is anywhere safe now?
Yeah, let me look at... We're pretty much done here. Besides headed to Lothering in the Imperial Highway. We've done all the missions, that's why the guy said what he did. We've gone around and talked to everybody. So now... We're ready to get out of here. We've completed everything. I even did 2 extras. So, making the traps and making the poison, those are 2 that I don't finish very much because I don't tend to grab those skills because I don't tend to use traps, I don't tend to use poison. So I even did those. So I'm going to save. Please don't crash. We're going to keep going. Headed to the Banorn. Quest completed. You have traveled past Lothering and are now on the Imperial Highway, which runs through all of Ferelden. The highway will take you to the various places you need to go. Redcliffe, the Brazilian Forest, the Circle of Magi's Tower, and the Dwarven city of Orzammar. So, it won't tell you this, but this is like the point of no return. Because I believe once you leave Lothering, you can't go back. But I've picked up pretty much everything I want to. So let's go. Is it going to leave us in camp? Ooh. Might be flashy. Oh, that's flashy. Sorry. It does deposit us in camp.
Bad dreams, huh?
Must have been something I ate.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood, remember? You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon? Is that the dragon?
I don't know if it's really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
It crashed. No! This is gonna be a thing, isn't it? Alright. What's got you in a twist, Dragon Age? Why didn't you like that? We're gonna be fighting this thing, kicking and screaming. Like the whole way. We're gonna be dragging this thing. Monumental task stands before you. Yes, will you let me do this?
Bad dreams, huh?
Okay.
The Archdemon, it
I do like the...
to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do.
I'll let him talk.
That's why we know this is really a blight.
Why didn't Duncan just tell everyone that?
He did. He said he felt the Archdemon's presence. Everyone just assumed he was guessing. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Yeah, any other surprises? Okay. Please let me save. Don't crash, please. All of your party's injuries are healed when you return to camp. Each party member can be found somewhere in the camp, making it an ideal location to hand out new equipment, give gifts, or talk. Yeah. So you can talk to the boy.
Why, you little...
Oh. What? What?
Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Jeez, teach that silly Alistair a lesson. Bad dog, that's not very nice. It's just a warning. He could have taken a hand off. There's hardly any blood drawn. Still, he shouldn't have. Well, he's a war dog. Yeah. There's hardly any blood drawn. Still, he shouldn't have. He whines and hangs his head.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me.
Hey, buddy.
I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished.
He whines.
Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh.
Gagging noises. Heaving.
Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Scared whimper. Yeah. Don't listen to Alistair, he's full of rubbish. If you've had it and didn't know it, it was probably tasty. And I'd never feed you another human being. Don't listen to him, he's full of shit.
Hey!
Hey!
Oh, look at what your fool dog placed in my pack.
I'm surprised these are all happening. He wags his tail.
A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables.
It's the thought that counts, he means well. Can't be stinkier than what normally goes into them. Jeez. Come on now. I think he thinks you need more meat on your bones, and why doesn't he share his food with me? I think he thinks you need more meat on your bones.
I think I have enough meat where it counts, and I certainly don't need it in my pack. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again.
You heard the lady. Or it was a gift, you can't just throw it away like that. And don't do it again, you're a war dog. No, you heard the lady, she doesn't like it. Whines.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag.
Okay, now that wasn't warranted. Whines sadly. I think you hurt his feelings.
Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
Hey, buddy. Low menacing growl. Vicious growl. Watch them. He barks fiercely and lunges at Sten.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Happy bark. Dorgan digs furiously in the ground at your feet. Trying to find a way through the earth, are we? Happy bark. He goes back to digging. Oh, he hasn't talked to Liliana yet. It's gonna take some time, you know. Short bark. He continues digging. Well, good luck with that then. Dorgan ignores you and keeps digging. Yeah, buddy. He wags his tail happily. We pet! This is what I was looking for. He rolls around happily on his back. You can just keep coming up and... Dorgan sits down and stares at you attentively. Pet him. He rolls around happily on his back. What a fella, isn't he great? Aw. Love him, little bitch. Huh? Oh, he's for the DLC. We don't need to do that yet. Alright, hey, Alistair.
What do you need?
I'd like to ask you something.
Ask away.
Can you teach others to be a Templar?
I suppose I could. But I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Very well. I'll respect your word.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
He appreciates that...
What
yeah,
do you need?
we got a +1 for that.
Ask away.
Tell me about the Grey Wardens.
Such as they are.
Oh, these are new questions. Where are the nearest Grey Wardens from here?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the Free Marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
Is there a headquarters somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfelds, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
So, what happens now that there's just two of us?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
What would happen if we just left?
Just left? You mean just left Ferelden? I don't know. If there's an archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
Just a fair question? Well, not a fair question. That's a fair answer. She's just like, what if we just, like, got out of here and, like, made it not our problem? It's like, that's kind of not an option. What will we need to start rebuilding the Order?
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be two of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
I have no more questions.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. What do you need? Ask away.
Let's see. So you said this Arl Eamon raised you?
Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfelds. A whole pack of them, in fact.
It's not what I remember you telling Flemeth. That would explain the smell. I thought you were raised by the Chantry. Really? That must have been tough for them. No, I thought you were raised by the Chantry.
Oh, there you go, listening to me again. You'd think you'd have gotten past that already. I ended up in the Chantry, sure, but I didn't start there. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arl Eamon wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
Why did he send you off to the Chantry?
Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence, I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
You were young.
And raised my dogs. Or I may as well have been, the way I acted. But maybe all young bastards act like that. I don't know. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle. so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Alistair approves +3. It says, his mother was a serving girl who died when Alistair was very young. He was raised by Eamon Girin, Earl of Redcliffe, for a time. The Earl's wife, Isolde, suspected the reason her husband took an interest in the welfare of a servant's child was that Alistair was Eamon's son. She insisted that the boy be sent away to the Chantry. And I'm saving because I don't want it to crash and then have to do it all over again. Yep, I think that was it. So this is Liliana's section, you can tell, because she's got that, and I think that's Alistair's. Hey, Liliana.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
They don't teach you how to fight in the cloister, do they?
Did you think I was always a cloistered sister? The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
And so your skills were learned before your time in the Chantry.
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Codex updated. She joined Alistair and Peep in Lothering, insisting that she'd prove useful. There's more to Liliana than had ever been apparent in Lothering, however. She spent much of her life as a bard in Orlais, a minstrel, assassin, and spy employed by the nobles of Valroyo in their elaborate games of intrigue. So she was real hush-hush about it, but the Codex just, throws her under the bus completely. So yes, I mean, she's not wrong that she was a traveling minstrel, but more specifically, she was, what is called a bard. And that is more than just being a minstrel. It is, like it said, an assassin and a spy. So in Valroyo, they have something called the game. I think it's like the grand game or the game or something like that. And so you play the game by really embedding yourself in political intrigue. It's exactly what it says on the tin as far as that goes. So yeah, she was a spy for nobles, and she doesn't want to get into it.
Well, here I am.
You were a traveling minstrel. Do you have tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Tell me about Darkspawn.
Chantry law says it is man's pride that created the Darkspawn. In ages past, the mages of the Tevinder Imperium ruled much of the world we know. In their pride, they thought their magics invincible and imagined that they were greater than the Maker himself. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, planning to take it for themselves and depose their own creator. But they were impure and full of sin. And it is with the sin that they tainted the golden city, corrupting it forever. The Maker cursed them and cast them from his sight. Wherever they went, they spread the taint of their sin. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris.
Also, can I say, I don't know what her accent is supposed to be. She's from Orlais, so Orlais is pretty much France. So I think it's supposed to be French, but it's never any kind of her accent. I have only ever heard Liliana use this accent, and maybe that just speaks to how little experience I have in the world beyond my country, but I have never heard anyone else speak the way Liliana does, so it is intriguing. Do you know any stories from Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
Go ahead.
A long time ago, A girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods. Before the cold could claim her, the baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the poor mewling thing and raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield a sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
I saw that coming.
Many legends have familiar forms and themes. We enjoy them so because we know them. Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on and was not discovered.
Go on.
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the joust, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
I was hoping for a happy ending.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored Aveline and knighted her after her death, and to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
Do you know any Ferelden legends? Chevalier, by the way, is like their knights. In case you couldn't tell. I don't know, I was waiting to say that, but then she said it herself, so I feel redundant. Anyway, do you know any Ferelden legends?
I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone. Maybe you have heard of Flemeth?
No, I don't believe I have.
Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
Flemeth was once beautiful.
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had
Mean
hair
thing to
like
say.
unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife. Conobar soon learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
Says the voice actor is French, just with a lot more experience speaking English naturally than you hear in the stereotypical French accent. I did not know she was French, but that makes sense. Very cool. Okay, so she said, and then one day a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice and he by her beauty, and they fell in love. Ooh, the plot thickens.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year. till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar. But a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many chastened men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Kokari wilds.
I think that's all. There's another story I wanted to hear. Oh yeah, we've already asked these. I thought of it just now, but it slipped my... Well, no. I guess... Do you know anything about the Dalish?
I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in a land of their own.
It didn't last.
The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a wholly exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. There were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
There it is. What do you know about Andraste?
Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
How did Andraste die?
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hissarion of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter.
interesting questions. But Tevinter has a chantry, doesn't it? And why did the Maker not save her with his power? I am curious about that one.
I have thought on this too. Did he withdraw his sight from her at that moment? Where were all the powers he bestowed upon her? This question has come to me many times, and I have no answer. Perhaps there was no way for Andraste to return to the Maker but through her death. We will never know for sure.
Let's move on. Liliana approves +5. I think, is there anything else that we have to...
Well, here I am.
Well, what was life like in the Chantry Cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Yes, they tend to be self-righteous.
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
What did you say to them?
What can I say to them? What they believe is what the chantry says, and the chantry is infallible, yes? Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Okay, so that's the end of that. That's definitely a more, spiritual take on it. Is, kind of not relying so much on what other people say you should believe and how you should believe it, but finding your own definition for it, which is that was kind of Dad's take on Christianity, you know. Like, you got the Bible, yeah, and like that, but that's humanity's interpretation of it, and there's even many interpretations of the Bible. But his take was, you know, it's your own personal relationship with God, right? And how he speaks to everyone in different ways. So that in that way, Dad and Liliana are alike. So I feel like he Dad has played Dragon Age Origins before, so I think he resonated with Liliana on that one. Anyway, that was just that made me think of Dad. That's all. Hey, Sten.
Yes.
Hi. I want to discuss something you mentioned.
Speak, then.
Oh.
Then I suggest we move on.
Okay. What were you doing in that cage? I mean, we kind of already know.
Sitting, as you observed.
Very funny.
Thank you.
Very funny. Thank you. Are you going to answer my question?
I did. Parshera, was there anything else?
He's easily amused.
I am hardly surprised.
I have a question. Why did you come to Ferelden?
To answer a question.
What was the answer?
Were you not at Ostagar when the army was overwhelmed? That is your answer.
Why would the Kunori care about the Blight?
Why do you?
Ferelden's my home?
So if this blight were in Orlais, it could consume the land with impunity?
No.
Don't strain yourself pondering that. I do not know why the Arishok sent us. He commands and I go.
Did you find the answer then?
A portion of it.
Do you have to report back then?
Yes.
When are you gonna... Well, I can see you're right on top of that.
I cannot go home.
Why not?
It doesn't matter now. Can we move on? We keep the Darkspawn waiting.
Wanted to discuss something else.
Speak then.
It's enough for now.
I suggest we move on.
We can keep swinging through here. Oh, never mind.
Very well.
Let's go.
As you wish.
He approved +1. Hey guys.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Have you been following us?
Following you? I'm not even certain where you're going, my friend. And quite frankly, it's none of my business. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
You're free to stay. Just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Yeah.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road.
So what's your story exactly?
Oh, nothing so unusual and so interesting as you and your companions, I'm sure. Dwarven merchants are common enough on these roads, aren't they?
Okay, so that was I didn't pass the persuasion check. You heard any rumors?
Oral Urian wasn't truly killed at Ostagar. His son, Lord Von, hired Antivan crows to kill his father before he ever reached the battlefield, only to first be killed by a mob of elves himself. That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow.
Oh,
Take it for what it is.
so that's a reference actually to the city elf origin. Lord Von shows up there. And yes, you can kill him. Heard any other rumors?
I don't know what to tell you. Nothing I can think of at the moment.
Okay, fair enough.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
I want some enchanting done.
Enchantment!
Yeah. And you can, Oathkeeper? Who's this Oathkeeper? Wait a second, where did you come from? You're a longsword. I wonder if... is this Alistair's? No. No, this isn't, right? Doesn't tell me who has it. So you see... So this is a tier 7 weapon, by the way. This is like one of the highest tiers. It's Dragon Bone. So this has 3 that you can put on it. An Oathkeeper, like I said, I don't know whose this is. But you can put these on it. So that gives it extra electricity damage. Or frost damage. Depending on the type you're putting on. So Novice is the lowest tier. And then Journeyman is the next one up. So I'll put... I don't think they're expended. All enchantable items in the party inventory, including those currently equipped, can be upgraded by an enchanter, so long as you also have runes available. Select the item you wish to enchant, then drag and drop the desired runes into the slots on the items.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed.
I find it
Good to have you
interesting
along on the road.
that the only time you can really mention to him that you're a warden is when you first meet him. Otherwise, he may not know. Let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yeah. So yes, let's get these. Since we appear to be out. Jeez, we already have 8 sovereigns. We're good on these for now. I'll grab... some of those. We'll want some distillation agents as well. You have the rest of the blood dragon stuff. We can't use this yet, so I'm not going to buy it yet. This black metal torque. Oh, it's expensive. That'd be the rest of my money. That would be nice for Dorgan. It's already what I got. Don't want that. We can leave this here. The red steel version of Earthheart's portable bulwark. I remember using that a lot. Reverse, 10% chance to dodge attacks. +2 dex. Reduces hostility even further. I may want those later. Expensive and don't need it right now. Would be great for Liliana. +10 spirit damage. Okay, that's tempting, I won't lie. No, 18 strength. 18 strength. 38 strength. We'll come back to that. Extra cold damage, extra fire damage, ranged critical chance, increased monetary gain. I will get that. Nice. Okay, okay. Whoa, +5 willpower, +8 health regen while exploring, 30% health, spell resistance, 10% chance to dodge attacks, and a chance to avoid missile attacks. So that gets all into... What? Use this, this tome gives the reader 1 point to spend on a talent or spell, but is rendered useless afterwards. The manuscript of physical arts scribed by a master and rarely seen outside of the most prestigious militias and guilds. Careful study grants the reader access to additional rogue or warrior talents. And then this one, a tome researched by the Imperial Chantry, a Tevinter offshoot of the Andrastian religion that no longer persecutes magic users. The book grants insight into the Fade, increasing the reader's knowledge of spells. Interesting. Oh my gosh, all the gifts are in here. Oh, and an extra backpack boost. That will be nice. So this stuff is all DLC, by the way. All of these gifts, that's why they're at 0. This is not a mod. This is DLC. I think this can go to... I know who that goes to. I think I also know who this goes to. I'm just grabbing all of these. Everyone likes this, and everyone hates this. And that one is hee. Inventory full. I guess I do have to give these away real quick. Hee. But anyway. So check it out. We just got a lot of gifts for people. Oh, we're not leaving yet. Let me see here. What do we have? I want... Oh... Improves blood magic. I see. Yeah. I guess I'll... I think I'll be able to change it in the middle of battle. Is it worth it? If I didn't have the Sash of Forbidden Secrets, it would be worth it, but I guess I forgot. That's okay. So now we've got... Alistair, I think, likes the Grey Warden hand puppet. Says, this tin-helmeted puppet is painted with the blue and grey heraldry of the Grey Wardens.
I could get used to this, you know.
Whoa, okay. Oh no. Oh no. We were at 15, we are now at 65, and somehow this still counts as neutral. Oh no, I made a mistake. Sorry. I think this bronze symbol of Andraste goes to Liliana. The wine, I know who that goes to. Same with this. I think I know who this goes to. Sten. Hold on. I think there is... What? Use. Alistair can play with this puppet and its accompanying toy horse. That's so cute. I think Sten hates this, but you can use it. So let me save... What? New ability. Minor Constitution. Moderate Constitution. I see. Yes, I guess I wasn't supposed to mess with that. Whoopsies. I can adjust that in a minute. Let me see. Because you can give them things that they won't like. So I can bump it back down to a more natural level. But this you can use.
Do you expect me to carry this for you?
Yeah, see, he didn't like that. But he does really like this. It says, oh, I should have read that. The words are in a strange, spidery script, but the fine etchings demonstrate a clear respect for the departed. This is Kunari prayers for the dead.
I am impressed. My thanks.
Sten can recite a traditional Kunari prayer. And by the way, we have this now. We're equipping that. So it's about... Oh, you had Oathkeeper. Okay. Okay. Well, in any case, this one's definitely... It's around the tier that we've been hanging out in. So, low morale, rainbow power, attracts butterflies. Very silly. Let's see, Morrigan. We have a bunch of things to give you. Like, we found 2 of those.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
It says this unique necklace is made of a delicate gold strands twisted together into a thick rope.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
I think this goes to her too.
Interesting.
Oh, that did not go to her. Oopsies. She does... she hates this. A luridly illustrated copy of Chantry Teachings, complete with a 100-page concordance and an overly simplistic collection of daily affirmations about how the chant can bring light into any life. Oh, I know who doesn't like that. These 2, I know who they go to. I don't know who this goes to. Oh, she likes the Alistair doll. This little doll, fashioned from rags and stuck with pins, is eerily reminiscent of Alistair.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
And then you give her this.
And you give this to me why?
To reset. You must have to be really rude really quickly. I'm like, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, I know what Alistair doesn't like. This will reset him. Chapter upon chapter and verse on verse, this dense tome enthusiastically details the countless branches of Ferelden's royal family. The final entry describes King Merrick's ascent to the throne.
Great. Super. Thanks.
So now we're back to normal. That's good. I don't think he can do anything with it. Yeah, that just resets. Okay, so that's good. So Sten, we've already done his. Morrigan, we've done hers. So... our buddy, our boy, he's already at 100, by the way. So this protective cone, a pearly white cone of unknown material attached to a dog collar. It looks like it would be uncomfortable to wear. Oh, it actually does not lower his. But literally, 4 attack, 4 armor, low morale. Poor buddy. It's okay, we got stick. Got stick! Throw this stick for Dorgan to retrieve, so you can play with it. So she... Wait a second. This doesn't go... I know who that goes to. Okay. Alright. Anyway, ugly boots. Many insects died to make these iridescent boots. What a waste.
That's lovely, I suppose.
Okay. That's lovely, I suppose. She's a big shoe girl, so she hates those, but she likes this. A favorite of traveling bards, the fat-bodied lute is a sturdy instrument with a rich tone and a melodious sound.
That's a wonderful thought.
Approval plus 7. Hostile? Wait, we're hostile? Oh no, Liliana. Do you like this, by the way?
Oh, how
She
dear
does.
of you. Thank you so much.
We are now neutral. Cool. Great. Anyway, it says Liliana can play this lute. Okay. Let's see. A robed woman. I think this goes to Morrigan.
Interesting.
Does not. Okay, I'm sorry. I know who these guys go to, though. I know who has this and this and this. That... I think I know who that goes to. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I know who it goes to. I know who that goes to. And these, I know what they all go to. Okay, so those I know. Anyway, so now we're reset. She's at warm, which is nice. Okay, so where is he? He's at neutral. He's at hostile. Understandably. So hold on. This does not change the hostility. That's fair. He said you can't come back. Oh, hello! Let me see. Thanks for the raid. Let's see. Captain Rat Cassian, thank you so much for the raid. We're just goofing around with the gifting mechanism in Dragon Age Origins. And some of the gifts you can continue to use, like this butterfly sword. I'm so happy to keep using it. Let's see, so he's at hostile, unfortunately. But she's at warm. Of course, our boy, Dorgan, is 100% friendly. Liliana is at neutral. And yeah, that's us. So I think, yes, ugly boots. Restricted to Liliana? Low morale, 6 defense, reduces hostility. Look at this. I don't know what low morale does, but they are very bright colored boots. Let's see. Is there anything? Inspect. Okay. Look at all of those. I don't think we get to keep the new abilities when their approval drops again. I don't think so. Massive dexterity. Look at his beautiful sword. I love it. Very nice. I love the iridescent sword. 10 out of 10, Sten. We'll address him in a second. We haven't talked to Morrigan yet. How's it going, Morrigan?
I await your command.
So life in the wilds must have been very lonely. What does that mean?
At times, perhaps. A world full of people and buildings and things was all very foreign to me. If I wished companionship, I ran with the wolves and flew with the birds. If I spoke, 'twas to the trees.
That sounds wonderful.
For a time, but one can only remain a child for so long. I recall the first time I crept beyond the edge of the wilds. I did so in animal form, remaining in the shadows and watching these strange townsfolk from afar. I happened upon a noblewoman by her carriage, adorned in sparkling garments the likes of which I had never before seen. I was dazzled. This, to me, seemed what true wealth and beauty must be. I snuck up behind her and stole a hand mirror from the carriage. It was encrusted in gold and crystalline gemstones, and I hugged it to my chest with delight as I sped back to the wilds.
I can't imagine Flemeth was pleased.
She was not. Flemeth was furious with me. I was a child and had not yet come into my full power, and I had risked discovery for the sake of a pretty bauble. To teach me a lesson, Flemeth took the mirror and smashed it upon the ground. I was heartbroken.
But you were just a child.
And a foolish one. Flemeth was right to break me of my fascination. Beauty and love are fleeting and have no meaning. Survival has meaning. Power has meaning. Without those lessons, I would not be here today, as difficult as they might have been.
Those are harsh lessons to teach a child.
Perhaps, but they were necessary still. To return to your original question, perhaps my time in the wilds was indeed lonely, but such was how it had to be. I find myself at times wondering what might have become of the girl with the beautiful golden mirror, but such fantasies have no place amidst reality.
Approves +5.
I await your command.
Very nice. I'd like to ask you something. I'd like to discuss something personal. Personal.
We're in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Why are you still here? Okay, so I saved, so, what the what?
I am here because Flemeth commanded me to aid you. Why? Do you wish me to leave? I can do so if you prefer.
No. I don't want you to leave.
Then I assume our discussion ends here.
Disapproves? Yeah, I thought so.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
That doesn't sound like something you'd do.
Oh? I truly doubt that children would be worth the effort. They are filthy, smelly things full of tears and snot and trouble. That said, I cannot speak for the tastes of my mother. She has, after all, lived a very lengthy time in the wilds and done many things I know nothing of. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Can anyone become a shape changer? Oh, can you change into other human forms?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
And what do other animals think of you when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. Indeed, you could learn the spells required if I cared to teach you.
I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could. But as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
That's good. Such traditions need to be preserved.
I'm shocked that you think so. Being a mage of the circle as you were, but perhaps you felt a little like a caged bird as well, caught within that dark tower.
I do like that she does acknowledge you're a mage. Yes, very much so.
I thought so.
That's all I wanted to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
Jeez, at the very least, that's really mean. That would just make you angry, I think. This is a little revolting. I think your abilities sound quite useful.
A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
Approves +8, so you do lose them as you lose approval. That's good to know. Okay, so net loss is 2 instead of 10.
Your command.
I'd like to ask you something.
So, full of questions, are you?
Did you grow up in the Krokari Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You could if you wanted to.
Oh, what luck. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part. Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
Very daring. That sounds like you.
Equal parts daring and foolhardy, perhaps. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be travelling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped, and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
Oh. That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
I have no idea. I'm not human.
Do not speak to me of trivialities. Your culture is not so entirely different. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Yeah, here you are.
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
Approval +5. Okay.
I await your command.
Let's ask again.
So, full of questions, are you?
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes. By Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were.
Damn.
Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
I feel sorry for the Templars.
They came with as much swagger and arrogance as they did self-righteousness. Pity them if you wish, for they held none for us. Flemeth would warn them, once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Flemeth used you as bait?
'Twas a game, and I a young girl. If I didn't get to play, I would have been very upset. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere, and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
Do you still think it was fun?
I think that my mother made it fun so that a child did not learn to fear. And I think that it was necessary. There are no trials for apostates, no prisons, no mercy. There are only absolutes, so only survival matters. If the wilds have taught me anything, 'tis this. First, you must survive. Do you disagree?
First, you must survive. There are worse things than death. That's a pathetic justification. You're probably right, and I have no opinion on the matter. Objective survive, I guess. You're probably right.
An interesting answer for a mage. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Disapproves. Interesting. Okay.
I await
I guess
your
she didn't
command.
like that answer. Or maybe it was something else that I had said.
So, full of questions,
This is
are you?
all new territory, talking about the mage stuff as a mage. Is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
An old woman, a powerful maleficar, a nutty old bat. Human?
Oh, she certainly was human. Once. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I'm more interested in the truth.
I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
Sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago was this? Yes, I've heard this part. Not true then? Question mark?
No, quite true, but this part only. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord, who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Oh. Flemeth must have been angry.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement.
Whoa.
All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
So she truly loved Osen then?
That was not the point. Conabar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see, chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Which, she never invaded or he never defeated her?
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
Let's see, do you believe her version? How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long? The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters. Aren't abominations usually insane horrors? An interesting story. Thank you. This all sounds like hogwash. Do you believe it?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
How is it that Flemeth has survived for so long?
The demon within her has transformed her into something else. An abomination, perhaps some would say. I know not. I only know my mother is clever, and she is part of the wilds as it is part of her. But she is no immortal. She bleeds. A blade in her heart would kill her like any other, were it lucky enough to find her.
The legend tells of Flemeth having many daughters.
You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too.
Why would she refuse to speak of them?
The Chastened tell of a falling out between Flemeth and her daughters. They say that one day she hunted them all through the wilds and ate their hearts. It may be true. I have never seen another witch or heard of one. Perhaps one day Flemeth will eat my heart as well.
Aren't abominations usually, I guess, insane horrors? Aren't they different?
How often is this usually? Always? If not always, then when is it not true? There are more things in this world and the next than you or I could ever hope to understand. What Flemeth became is a mystery. I suspect even to her.
An interesting story. Thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
Interesting that she's asking. Okay. Nothing really to say about her. Keep your curiosity to herself. I love her. What else do you want to know? Yeah, I guess, I love her. What else do you want to know?
Nothing. I wish to know nothing more. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it matters not. Let us move on.
Approve +5.
I await your command.
We're in the net positive
so,
now.
Full of questions, are you?
Are you really Flemeth's daughter? I don't know. I feel like she'd be upset if I asked that. I guess we can talk to this dude.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Driver.
Oh, Levy, sorry.
Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
You know Duncan?
Oh, yes, for years. Considered him a friend, I did. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
How'd you know Duncan?
It's a bit of a tale, that is. But I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden. Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Make us breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really.
Go ahead and tell your tale.
After King Marek freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the King's permission to come into Ferelden, some sort of internal business. Me and a mess of other Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian Wardens in the kingdom, but Marek, Andraste, bless him, was a fair-minded monarch and he let them in.
I'm listening.
So that's why I was there when the Wardens and their leader, Genevieve, presented herself to the king. The first Wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest day of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The king himself went with the Wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardland's decree, and the Wardens came back to Ferelden for good.
Duncan was an easy man to like.
That he was.
I thank you for your part in bringing the Wardens here.
Oh, his stomach's all aflutter. You're welcome.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
My family, well, past is a bit checkered to see. Nobles look at us with disdain. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened? That's a bit drastic, isn't it?
And then some. Not much is known about that time. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one, and our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
What favor did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
Never even heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Arland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
How will reclaiming the peak help the Wardens?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
Why didn't Duncan help you?
Darkspawn surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Caleb. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
Your family's faith will be rewarded. I'll help you.
1,000 blessings upon you, Warden. I'll mark down the location on your map. When you arrive, we'll pick our way through the tunnels together.
So he's DLC, like I said. We can read some codex entries real quick. What all do we have? We have a lot, and I know we're already over time. Let's see. Sophia Dryden is Ferelden's light and her most brilliant jewel. Nothing on this earth can ever quench her fire. Arlessa Sophia Dryden was the young Arlen's rival for the throne of Ferelden. Dryden was a strong and charismatic leader with much support from the Banorn. When Arlen finally won the crown, Dryden refused to relent. She pushed her claim, was caught, and accused of treason. Her sympathizers continued to support her, however. In order to appease them, Dryden was spared execution and forced to join the Grey Wardens instead. Dryden survived the joining and dazzled the Grey Wardens at Soldier's Peak. With her leadership skills and charm. She eventually rose through the ranks to become the Warden Commander of Ferelden. Before Commander Dryden, the Grey Wardens were seen as a relic of an older time and an unnecessary drain on the nobles' coffers. Dryden, though, with her political connections, reinvigorated the Wardens and rapidly increased their numbers. In the meantime, King Arland proved himself a devious king, willing to go to brutal lengths to silence his opponents. Arlen's reign of terror grew worse with each passing year, and some of the bands approached Commander Dryden in desperation, begging her to intercede. She agreed, and thus was the rebellion against King Arland born. Arland learned of the rebellion and took steps to end it. He publicly suspended all tithing to the Grey Wardens and declared that they were no longer welcome in Ferelden. Some of the Wardens, mindful that they were supposed to remain politically neutral, felt disgraced by Dryden's involvement in Ferelden politics and left her side even as the king's forces lay siege to Soldier's Peak. The siege took months and ended with the death of Sophia Dryden. From the personal files of Levi Dryden, merchant. So it was all a political thing that got the Grey Wardens kicked out of Ferelden. Oh, we do have an update on Morrigan. Let's see. Her mother claims to be Flemeth. If that's true, the Morrigan might well be a very powerful witch, for the tales of the daughters of Flemeth tell of twisted, monstrous women who can kill a man with fear. She was made to accompany the surviving Grey Wardens, the payment Flemeth said for saving their lives at the Tower of Ishal. Morrigan's critical eye is not reserved solely for others. Knowing or not, she has a simple fondness for jewelry, and is very particular about her appearance. Armor, we got all that stuff, I think. We did not. Where's the last one? Specializations, and then quest related. Oh, we didn't read this yet. Oh yeah, we did. Okay. The middle alcove and all that. Yes, we did read that last time. We have the history of the Drydens, and that appears to be the last one. In the years following the siege of Soldier's Peak, all those who carried the Dryden name were hunted by King Arland's forces. Our noble Dryden name was smeared, and all lands and holdings belonging to the Drydens were seized by the crown. The king feared that the rebellion started by Sophia would be kept alive by her loyal friends and family, and anyone with connections to the Drydens suffered greatly. It is little wonder, then, that the few remaining Drydens found themselves with no allies and nowhere to turn. Tobin Dryden, Sophia's brother and guardian of her young son, had no choice but to flee Ferelden. Tobin bought passage to Antiva on a merchant vessel and traveled under the name Derricker, I guess. Once in Antiva, Tobin set about building a new, quiet life for himself and his nephew. He started a small business and eventually made a name for himself as a trader. The Derricher merchant family prospered, and the name Dryden was almost forgotten. However, in 815 blessed, Sylvie Derricher uncovered old documents belonging to Tobin and pieced together the family's history. In her pride, and perhaps in her naivete, Sylvie reclaimed the name Dryden and returned to Ferelden. King Arland lies dead, and the Dryden name lives on. Our family has survived, even thrived, since the death of Sophia Dryden. The nobles of Ferelden may still spit on the Dryden name, but we Drydens know that Sophia Dryden was greater than them, almost a queen, and a hero to the people of Ferelden. From the personal files of Levi Dryden, merchant. Okay, let me look at this real quick. So we're at neutral with him. We're at hostile with him. We got quite the boost talking to Morrigan. We're at 39. That's very funny. Okay, sorry. I like their little upgrades. So with that, we recovered from the fumble. So, with that said, it is time. Past time, really. So, the top link will take you to my streaming Discord. It's where I post updates about things that I'm doing off stream. If there's any delays or cancellations, like I think tonight there was a bit of a delay, like a smidgy. Nah, it wasn't like a reportable one. Anyway, if there's any delays or cancellations, you'll find out in the Discord. The VODs channel is where I've been uploading VODs from past streams. So I need to upload the one from yesterday, really. I need to upload the Riven one from yesterday. And then after some time, I will upload the one from tonight as well. If you want to be in the know on when those are uploaded, you can either follow that channel and click the bell button to get notifications, or there's a role in the Discord that you can go get called VOD Enjoyer, and you will be pinged every time I upload a VOD. Yippee. This is the first week that we've kind of had the new schedule. So far, I think it went pretty well. I might have gotten lucky on Friday with the timing, but yeah, so far so good, I think. We'll keep on with this unless I can find an opportunity to kind of like wiggle in another stream here and there. But this is kind of how it'll be for a bit. I guess that means that Friday nights are going to turn into Riven and Saturday nights will be Dragon Age. If we're alternating like that. Anyway, I'm going to find a place to raid for the evening. Where are we going? What are we doing? Because I think I've given all of my, updates? Question mark, I guess? Okay. I don't know where I want to send you. I think I will send you folks to Alpha Red, who is currently playing Minecraft. Modded Minecraft. He's writing a Pokemon. That's a Garchomp. Not a Garchomp. Yeah, no, it's a Pokemon. Anyway, I'm going to start the raid in that direction. I'm smooshing you into the cannon. Is that a Garchomp? No, what is it? Garchomp is like the... No, Gibble is... It is a Garchomp. Okay. Gibble is the itty-bitty one. It flies? Oh, that's cool. Okay, the raid is ready. I hope you all enjoyed tonight's stream, and I will see you folks next time. Bye, everyone!